Welcome to episode 49 of the Bikini Besties podcast. I'm Lo.
Kaylia.
Stephanie.
And this week's episode is tanning secrets, the good and the bad and all the things you want to know. But beforehand, we are going to give our much requested life, and all of us are in prep. So prep updates. You want to start?
Sure. I am 4 weeks out.
Yay!
So basically closing in on it. Nothing's changed. My macros are the same as before we started to deplete into San Diego, which was March 8th. Is that 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I think so.
Time's flying. I feel like we just competed.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. I'm like halfway. But yeah, so I'm at 100 grams of carbs, 150 grams of protein, and 50 grams of fat. What is that? Like 1,800? I think something like that. 1,800, 1,900. My cardio is lower. So before I think I was at 100 or 90. I'm at 80. But I check in tomorrow. So we'll see.
Right? Huh? That's minutes per day?
Yeah, minutes per day for 6 times a week. So still quite a bit, but usually I try and break it up a little bit. Like 45, 40 is usually super manageable. When he gets to like 100, that's when I really start to feel it. And I'm like, oh God. But like right now, I'm like, it's not too bad. I have never been as low as like 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day. But no, it's my energy's still up. I'm probably like 7 out of 10 energy or so. I'm still working and everything, and nothing's like I usually start to like stop doing weekend things or like extra things like maybe 3 weeks out or so, just so that I can like kind of conserve energy, and also just like start packing and doing things to like get prepared, because I hate rushing. Like that always for me makes peak week like not as fun if I'm rushing and trying to get stuff done. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I think overall things are going well. I'm just kind of getting through it.
Are you between shows? Are you guys working on something specific, like conditioning or something training specific?
Training specific from the very beginning was to up my intensity a little bit more, instead of kind of doing a warm-up set and then 2 top sets and then kind of a back off set. I do 1 warm-up set and then 4 top sets, I guess, or four at my basically at my max.
Like
working trying to get working sets would be a better way. So that's been something that I changed from, I guess, 2024 like into San Diego. But between shows, I think posing for sure, just like little, because there's always posing things that you can work on, and then for me, I guess overall it was just the peaking. It wasn't necessarily the conditioning. So I'm still trying to get down to, I think my lowest was like 126, 125 or so. So I'm still trying to get down to that before we start carbing up. But we're not going to carb up over multiple days this time. We're just going to do Friday. So I get to kind of, now that I know what spilling feels like, I think it'll be easier for me to kind of give him feedback on how I'm feeling and how tight I am. But it'll be nice that he's also at the show this time. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. I think that'll be so cool to be at a show with him again, because it's like you haven't in a while. Some of your last few shows haven't been with him there, and good opportunity, because then you guys can have more of the season together. Him like helping you with this one a little bit more hands on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited. I haven't seen him in a while. It's I think almost a year.
Yeah, and just so people know, and they're hearing, in 4 weeks, that's Wasatch.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's Wasatch. I didn't even say that.
You're like, yeah, I'm in prep. It's okay.
I know. Yeah, I'm like, okay, everyone knows what's in 4 weeks. Come on. But what about you guys?
I'll go. So prep's going really well. So I'm officially like a full month into prep, which is exciting. And I'm like, how's it already been a month? Like, I feel like we just started. But this has been, kind of like I said on the last episode, the best start to prep yet. Even from like last week to this week's check-in, I dropped, I think, 1.8 pounds. And I checked in a day later than normal. I usually check in on Thursdays, and I checked in on Friday because I was traveling for work. So pretty cool to be like traveling, having to kind of switch up my foods and my training, but still make really good progress. And so it's like I got all my steps in, I got all my cardio in. You get up early, you go to the hotel gym, get it done, and make it happen. Because if you want it, you'll make it happen. And so it's like really fun to see, like, kind of like I was still able to do all my work stuff. I even went to like restaurants. We were in Vegas. We'd go to like this nice Italian restaurant on the Strip, and like I order like my plain lettuce, and then like the waiter like leaves, and I like pull out my purse and I like dump my chicken on that I pre-measured, and then I got these packets of salad dressing from Amazon, and I know like the fat and the carbs, and so it was like easy, and I could like drizzle this dressing on. So it was like really good because I like accounted for this whole packet in my macros for the day.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was so nice, because then I didn't feel any guilt of like having salad dressing or like and not knowing if there's how much fat's in it, and pre-planned that like at the beginning of the day that I knew we'd go to the restaurant, because almost any restaurant you can order just a little pile of lettuce.
Yep. I always get like a garden salad, green salad, and
the
then
garden side
pick
salad.
off anything I don't want on it. It's usually just like tomatoes and like I just pick off what
I was like, I order it. It's funny. Like my coworkers are getting burgers and pasta and all these things, and I'm like, can I get a plain house side salad?
Yeah.
No dressing,
salad,
no cheese, no croutons.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you eating? Nothing.
Double chicken.
But I like still have carbs in my meal. So like I finished my salad and my chicken and my dressing, and then out of my purse I pull out like these little rice cakes. I'm just like eating them
so
separately. Just because
you could have sprinkled them on like croutons.
I did the second night. I did sprinkle one of the rice cakes on. But like I wasn't sure if I was gonna eat like all the lettuce, because it was like a big thing.
Yeah.
So I was like not wanting to waste like crumbs of my rice cake at the bottom or something. And so yeah, but it worked out really well, dropped weight. And so this week we didn't make any changes with my plan. I am still at 30 minutes of cardio, 2 high days, and math here, 5 low days.
I didn't even say, sorry, I have one high day as well. I'm not just
That's important.
I forgot.
The fact that you still have a high day.
Yes,
really
I have
good.
one high day.
Yeah.
Oops.
You're like, I live for that.
Yes.
She gets her
You
high
said that,
day.
I'm like, oh yeah, my show and my high day, the two most important.
Yeah, today's actually
Carbs and show day. Those
Yeah.
are just
I don't know where I am right now.
Today's my high day. It's definitely not yours.
Nope.
We
Not
can
my
tell. But yeah, so no changes. So it's pretty good. And funny thing is, from Friday to when I checked in to this morning, which is Sunday that we're recording today, I dropped another full pound. I was like shocked, because yesterday I was like starving. I was like, why am I so hungry? This is like really weird. And then I woke up and I was like, that's why.
Yep.
That is why I'm
I
hungry.
love that. When the hunger coordinates to the weight drop,
Yes.
it's like, it feels
It's
like
worth it.
Yes,
It's worth
exactly.
the hunger.
Then the next time you feel that hunger, you're like, oh, it's gonna feel
It's
like,
coming.
right? It's coming.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's like, so I started my prep at 139 point something, and now I'm already down at 133.8.
Yeah, that's
That's
exciting.
awesome.
So that's you're losing way like more than a pound a week. 4 weeks in the
Mhm.
prep.
Yeah. So like I said, it's like the
First
best
time ever.
Yeah, I've never lost weight like that. And so it's like, I think I like want to share it with people, not to be like, look how good I'm doing, but to be like, you're not stuck. Like if you've traditionally or historically like been a hard loser, like that's me. Like it's taken me years to get to this point. And trying different strategies. And for me, I honestly think the carb cycle really, my body responds so well to that too, because I typically lose actually after my high day. And I think like I was talking to you about it, and it's like, I think my body likes the recovery part of that.
Yep.
It like relaxes and I drop.
Do you usually drop? Because I drop not the day after the high day, but the next day after. Like I almost have to have one solid day, because
One depleting day.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I'll drop. I don't know.
Yeah. I think in the past it's been that way when I've had like refeeds. It's happened
Oh.
that way. But for some reason this prep, it's been like right after.
Right
But I think it's because the way my calories are, it's only like a little, just barely over 100 calories different, because it's just the way the macros are manipulated. So it's actually not like a high calorie day.
It's like 50 grams of carbs.
It's 50 grams of carbs, but less fat and less protein.
Oh,
so
I
it
see.
brings
Okay.
the calories, not a huge delta between the high
It's just
and
how
low
the
days.
body's
Right.
responding to the macro breakdown of
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I've never had that split before. And so I don't know.
It's
I
working.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take the momentum all day. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to share, like, just because you may have been a hard loser in the past,
Or another thing
you can change.
Yeah.
is that every prep is different too.
That's
what I-
Like it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's just you never kind of know.
Yeah.
Like your body may just respond because like there's getting older.
Mhm.
There's changes in hormones. There's
More lean muscle mass.
yes, more yes,
A
exactly
different
that.
approach.
Different approach.
you
Like
know?
all these things
Yeah.
factor into how your prep may
Stress.
go.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Stress.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about stress. I feel like I'm higher stress with my new job. That's
But just
for
not
sure.
labeling yourself as like this type of,
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I had in the past, like, that's that self-talk where I'm like, I just
Yeah.
canit lose weight. It's always so hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
so
even
I-
Anthony made a comment. Remember?
Yeah.
Didn't he say?
Yeah,
I
he
can't
was
remember
like, I'm so glad this is happening for you.
No, it was nicer than that. It was nice. I'll defend. It was nice. It was like something like, like how great your energy was at the beginning of prep,
Yeah.
in
He-
comparison.
He likes seeing me have this momentum because then I'm like bringing in that positive energy
yeah.
right from the start of prep
You're
and not waiting till I
excited and-
see like shreds are being lean to be like excited.
You're
It's
not
kind of like,
stressing and panicking, and you're just it's a more
Yeah.
like it's a more excitement. Like
and as a partner, I get that it's probably a
Yeah.
lot easier
Yes.
when the person
things
in
are
prep
going
is
well.
going well.
Yes.
right.
They're like, yes, thank goodness. I'm sure Zach's like that. We
Oh,
have a good
100%.
check-in. He's like, thank goodness. you
Yeah,
have a
Yeah,
It's a
we're
good
gonna
one.
have a good day. We're gonna have a good weekend.
Exactly.
Right? 100%. No, he was good. He actually brought like little snacks in the other, like he went to Costco or whatever, brings all these like chips and different things in, but every single one of them was either like dill pickle flavored, strawberry flavored, or ranch, which are my three.
Ugh.
Yeah, that you have that.
Yeah,
You
but I just thought it
enjoy.
was so cute. I
No
just opened it. I was
temptations.
like, I didn't even say anything.
It's like you get snacks, but I'm not tempted.
Husband
Yeah, I'm not
points.
tempted at all. I'm like,
That's
you
funny.
might as well not be there.
I love it. That's so good. I wish
kinda
Anthony would be
cute.
that. His like guilty pleasure right now is like granola. And that's so
Oh,
hard for
yeah.
me.
That
That's
is
like
hard.
one of
One
my
of-
favorite things.
Yeah, that is hard.
Favorite,
But I've been
worse.
super good. I haven't had like a single even like I'm just pretending it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So I'm just like not
Good.
there. Just I make our creamies together every night and that's my treat.
I love that you guys have creamies together now.
Yeah.
I know. He like made fun of it for so long.
And now he's team creamy. You guys
Yes.
little creamy dates.
Yes.
So cute.
You
He'll
should
be like-
start your own little episodes of Anthony now.
Right.
Like, look at that.
Yes.
Videos of him eating it.
Yep.
Right?
Just mock him. For,
He's like, is it creamy time yet?
Yeah, put it side by side next to when he was making fun of you.
Yeah.
it's so funny. I love it.
It's a nice way to have like a controlled dessert at night, and we just enjoy that. We like wind down at the end of the night,
Yeah.
like relaxing. It's kind of nice to enjoy it, like something together, and like we'll put on like a half a movie because we never stay up watching
Yeah.
it. Like watch like a little bit, and lately we haven't even been watching it. We just like start talking because it's like a moment like when you're eating and you're holding something, your hands there, you like set down your phone, you're both
Yep.
enjoying it together. So we've had like a little bit of time at the end of the night and like kind of just like wrap up the day together and eat our creamies. So it's been a
That's
nice
nice.
little thing.
Little you guys
But-
time.
That's
I
cute.
know.
That's
We've had
cute.
some good time like that.
Mhm.
Maybe he's like, yes, good, because she's enjoying prep.
Yeah. But also
Um,
you're home because sometimes, with travel and stuff, it's like you appreciate more being together.
Exactly. Yeah. 'cause
What
I've
does he
been
do at
busy.
night? Does he make his own creamy when you're traveling?
No, he just doesn't
He-
make it.
Oh, he wait. Oh,
He waits for me.
That's funny.
That's funny.
I think he enjoys more granola. But besides just like prep and stuff, like I think I've been really busy. And the one thing that I want to incorporate more of, if I'm like looking at kind of like my update, is more posing. Like I've been good at doing probably a solid 2 dedicated like in suit and heels record myself drill things sessions.
Mhm.
But I'm not doing like how I have in the past, like after every workout. Like I used to do like just even if it was like 5 minutes in like heels, even if I didn't change or anything after my workout, and just doing it daily practice. So just putting it out there for accountability. I want to kind of, practice what I preach and tell my, posing clients and stuff. And I want to be more regular in my posing practice. I think that's kind of the one part that I'm not fully diving into and executing. So that's kind of like the next, I think you know, when you're taking baby steps, it's like, okay, macros are perfect, cardio is perfect, weight's dropping, prep is going. It's kind of like you have to like slowly be like, what more things can we add on? And I think posing's the next part to like, we got to make
well, I think
it
that's
like,
totally true and fine. Cause like you have to like, when you get into prep, you got to like, you kind of have to get into your routine. Like you get, and then that routine builds, like you just said, add this, then add this, then add this. Okay. All the things have been added. We're in a routine. I know what to do when cardio gets increased. I know what to do when food gets lowered. It's like, got my workout scheduled. Okay. Now we're going to bring in posing, and now we're going to do it like 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week. And then, you know, you just kind of like let it add up. Cause like, it's like baby steps. Cause if you throw everything at once,
then you're overwhelmed.
And it's
consistency suffers.
And this year I've been way better at like stretching and mobility before workouts and like at home and things like that. So I feel like I've already added a piece that I normally like kind of skip out on, and I've been like more regular in my habits. So I was like, at least the posing or like the mobility and the stretching is actually going to help with my posing when I get that into my regular habit again. So preparing for that. And I think that's the next thing as a personal goal that I'm adding into my routine.
Nice.
Yeah. And those are my updates.
I like that.
Yeah. Fun. Prep is going well.
Woohoo!
Me.
Yes, your
I'm
turn.
me. I am in prep as well. We're in this weird like reversey prep. Like it's prep. I'm in prep. There's no like, we're not in prep, but it's like reversing kind of, and we don't want to sit. The rest of the national season doesn't start for like a long time. It's already been 4 weeks, I think, post Arnold. Yeah, 4 weeks. And so depending on what show we choose to do, I mean, that's anywhere from 2, 3, 3.5 months away. Like, I don't know. We'll see what show we end up doing. But so we're not wanting me to sit too close to that stage lean weight. And my weight was dropping quite a bit for a while, but it finally stopped and actually went back up. We bumped my food up fast and like big jumps fast. And now finally, like I had a weigh-in the other day and it was up 3 pounds, and I'm like, and he's like, good. That's what we want. We don't want you. Like, I don't need you 221 pounds. And so so I think we're going to be sitting here or a little bit higher for a few more weeks and just kind of like, and I feel good. I think my like hormones are kind of like regulating and stuff. I went through some weird couple week phase of waking up at 3:30 in the morning every single morning. Like, you know, those like when you're deep into prep and you're lean and like it was like acute insomnia. Like I was like only getting 4 hours of sleep every night. Like it was just clockwork, 3:30. And now finally I think the calories and the food and everything is caught up, because I actually think I had like, is it called like a pseudo period symptoms? Like where you don't actually.
Yeah. Like a ghost period. Or
whatever. I don't have my period right now with being like in prep and stuff. But this happened when I was reversing last improvement season. And it actually happened when my calories got to right around here. So I think this is what happened. So this is good to know for like just reversing and getting hormones back in place. I'm just kind of paying attention to things. But I had a pseudo period 1 month in October of last year. And then my actual period came in November. And so I think now my count, like I'm only doing 20 minutes of cardio a day lists, like super easy. And then my calories are we actually bumped them down a little bit because my weight did shoot up. So we wanted to like pull back a little just in case. And so we'll see what happens this check-in. But anyways, so now that my calories are like close to that 2000 range and I'm doing less cardio, my body is like relaxing. And so I think I had like a pseudo period this week because I had like crazy water retention. Like I was like, crazy. And then like all these other like symptoms and stuff. And then, so we'll see if maybe I have a period next, which would be like nice. It just means you're in like a
very good, healthy.
Like, and my sleep's all now back to normal. So I'm getting 7 hours of sleep. My REM sleep is at like 2 hours. Like
that's really good.
That's like the past 3 days in a row, 2 hours.
That's amazing.
Like barely at 2 hours or a little over.
Yeah, mine's usually like 45 minutes an hour if I'm good. But that's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Cool. Yeah.
So I'm like,
I mean, are you sleeping 7 hours?
7.
8? Okay,
I cannot get more than 7. It won't. My body will but in that 7 hours, like 2 hours of it has been REM. And then like, so, and I've never had, like, usually it's like an hour or an hour 15 is kind of like, which that's normal. Like for normal people get between that 50 to like hour and a half or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost 2 hours or about 2 hours.
Incredible.
Yeah, 3 days in a row. I've been getting amazing sleep. So
Your
I think
body's
we're
like,
like
yes,
body regulated.
yes.
I think it had a couple weird 2 weeks, and yes, we're feeling good. Okay, that's the food. That's food and cardio. But yeah, we're just kind of holding weight here or a little bit higher, like letting it just fluctuate. No free meal eating right now. Goal is to just try to see how much we can eat macro wise, and that way we can just go in when we do need to start kind of peeling back and cutting into whatever show we choose. Our calories are as high as the structured calories are as high as they can be. So yeah, training is my main focus. So mindset wise, I just feel like I'm in like an improvement season, and which really I kind of like in a sense,
it's a
I'm
mini
not really
one.
doing a mini, like I'm not really doing much cardio, or I don't track steps. Like I don't have a step goal. I just live. And yeah, so training is the main focus. It's a lot of work. When I like started with Drew, he was like, a lot of new athletes will tell me like the start is more mental than it is physical. And he was right. Like it's been just a lot mentally, like a lot of thinking, a lot of tracking. I have to like film all these certain exercises, send them in, get the feedback, but you can't just like get the feedback and read it. Like I created a spreadsheet. So every exercise has and then I have his notes from the previous notes, my feedback, his notes, and then what I need to focus on going into the next one, and then my notes. So I can see 2 weeks worth of.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, yeah, like, cause I'm determined to like, I don't want to just
giving it all.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, like if I, and like,
preparing is like half of it.
What?
Preparing is like half of it.
Yeah, it's just so much mental work. It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of, and then when you're doing the lift, it's like, it's a lot of freaking thinking. Yeah. Like it is like, okay, is my toe pressure here? Is my hinge here? Is my core, like, is it whatever, you know, am I angled here? Like, it's just a lot of detail, and it's a lot, and it's been a bit exhausting, but it's good. And like, it's what I wanted, and it's good. And this is the area that I needed to improve in the most as an athlete. And it's so I'm just like, I'm excited. It's
the part you love too.
It's the part I love. I love it. Yeah, I really do love it. I'm a nerd about it. And I like to get better at it. And it's something that even when I'm not in prep, like it's that thing, like when prep's over, like people kind of struggle. Well, I don't. And I think a lot of it is because I create these mini projects, and training is my mini project, or actually it's a huge freaking project, but
just improving and just going after that improvement.
Yeah. And anyways. So yeah, I'm learning all kinds of things about lifting that I literally feel like a newbie lifter again. Like I finally got an approval on an RDL. Finally, like every exercise, everything has been like this, fix this, you need to do this, like whatever. There's been something, or 500 things. And so, it's been good.
When you said you were like felt like a newbie lifter, I'm like sitting here being like, I hope because you're like engaging and activating things differently that you're getting like almost like the
newbie gains. Please, yes. I know.
Yes.
Guys, okay,
oh my God.
So, you knew what I was going at.
Yes, I knew exactly where you're going. Well,
so
what's funny is so my glutes have gotten sore, right?
Yeah.
But like the middle glute, like the middle, like the glute max, like the glute max is, okay, that was a stupid comment. But anyways, the middle of the glute. I'm rarely sore in my upper outer glute or my tie-in ever. Like I can feel it kind of when I work out, but I don't get like sore in it. I've been sore. Like my tie-in, like literally the part that like goes right into the hamstring, like is actually like sore. And I'm like, and it's how I've learned how to do RDLs.
Yeah.
And I am like, oh my God, if this thing grows, I will have a damn party for my tie-ins.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, it's just, and it's experiencing stuff like that. Like it's like the feeling, and it's like getting sore, and it's like it's not my back hurting anymore. It's my glute that's doing the work. It's like, I don't know. It's exciting. So I'm excited. It's been fun. It's a lot, but it's just fun. Yeah, I don't know. I like improving on this kind of stuff.
And all these little small wins too of like, actually feeling sore the next day. Like I feel like that's,
it's like exciting. And then you get excited for the next one, the next lift. Yes. And like today, I was really excited for today's lift because I was like, okay, I've got my little spreadsheet. I've got my stupid little notes that I have to like improve on. And then I take notes, and then I have to send the video, and like I write like, okay, this is what you said. This is what I think we're good. And one exercise that do you guys know it's the standing abduction? the booty builder
Oh, yeah,
standing
like
abduction.
I love that
Okay,
one.
so a lot of my training program right now
Mhm.
is exercises I wrote off, or I told my coaches at the time, like I'm like, oh, I can't do that. It doesn't work for my glutes. Like
Oh.
the standing abduction, the reverse hyper, or the, what's that called? The 45 degree.
It's a reverse hybrid, yeah.
Where you grab the booty builder, you grab
Oh,
that
yeah,
weighted
yeah,
and you
yeah.
pull up.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so that like literally so much stuff. Dumbbell RDLs, because I usually do Smith RDLs, like single leg like these certain kneeling, half kneeling, single leg RDL things. Like literally, my plan is made up of a ton of stuff. I just have always had in my head I can't do, right?
Yeah.
And I'm now figuring out how to do all of it. And
It's
today.
like low with how she was saying that she was never like a loser at the
Yes,
beginning of
correct.
Yeah,
Yes, just like that. It is literally just like that. And I
Yeah.
realized that today. I did the standing abduction thing
Mhm.
because I remember when the Mecca got it and I did it. And I'm like, this is the stupidest machine. I was such a brat about it. I was like, you guys got this. This is so dumb.
Yeah.
And I was so cocky and stupid about it. And then I'm like, here it is now in my plan. And I did it. I filmed it and sent it in, and he sent me notes, and I was like, okay, I'm going to figure this out. And so today and I've had to lower the weight in so much stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Yeah.
I have had to lower the weight in so much stuff. And what's nice is that he's telling me to lower the weight.
Yeah.
It's not me. He's like, nope, lower it. Like this is
Yeah.
obviously too much.
You don't feel like you're not working hard or whatever, because sometimes that happens when you're lowering.
yeah.
it, you
Well,
feel
if
like
I've
you're-
lower, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like, it's true. Like if you can't keep core control in every single rep, it's too heavy.
Yeah.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So like, and why could I just not for years
because you're
get that?
sacrificing something.
Yes, you're sacrificing
And you don't-
something.
yeah.
But in our minds we're like push harder, but it's like
Yeah.
but you're not using your that muscle to its full potential
Mhm.
if this other thing is faulting.
It's why I can't. I literally cannot go so like very, very heavy in most things because I just lose
Something loses.
it. Yeah, I lose it. I can't.
And mine's my core control. It is like
Mhm.
my number one thing that goes that I've noticed now.
Mhm.
So on this abduction thing, I'm doing it today, and I like get back into the hinge, and like, anyways, I recorded it, and we'll see what he says.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, I think I nailed that. And if I did not nail that,
awesome.
I'm going to be so upset because
That
my
is
freaking
awesome.
core stayed in.
Yeah.
I looked good. I was like,
You're
damn, that like,
Perfect.
and yeah.
You should start sending them with like your own personal ratings.
Yes, I know. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10
Yeah.
today. A 9 out of 10. But and I did it, and like it burned. Like it was like
Yeah.
all in the right spots. Like I was like, okay, this machine isn't bad. Okay, I think we figured it out.
Yeah.
We were just doing it wrong. Didn't have people giving me the right cues, like doing too much weight, like, just
Mhm.
yeah. So it's been fun. That like
love that.
experiencing that little stuff like gets
Yeah.
me excited.
It's like
and
this
then I'm like,
rediscovery.
yeah, it's like
Because it was that
rediscovering.
one. I forget the other one that I liked, because that one was one that I liked that you didn't like. And then
No, I hate the standing hip thrust.
standing hip thrust is
The
the other one. I
standing
love
hip
the
thrust.
standing hip
What?
thrust.
I still
really
He
like
gave
it.
me some cues, and I gotta do it this week. Coming
I
week.
can feel it like all the way. As soon as I stop feeling it this way, then I go back up. But I usually will stay in that same, like, it's like a very small window of like here.
Shorter range of
It's
motion.
a super short.
maybe
I don't
that's what I
know.
need to
It's
do.
a weird thing. I try to get my heels really, really
Far back.
as far back as they
Yeah.
will. Like I will even squish them back,
Mhm.
and then as close to the machine as possible, because as like just keeping that stability and that like
Yes, I have to have my calves like crammed
Yes.
up against
Yeah.
that. Like I
Yeah.
am pressing
Yes,
so
me too.
hard.
Yeah.
Okay, and then but
Heel and
what
big
he
toe.
told me is I was tucking my hips too much, like tucking in. So I have to like I don't know what I was doing, but anyways, I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know about it because wait, other thing, do you guys like? Are your
No.
elbows bent or are you like?
I have to have it straight because otherwise my biceps or my shoulders
Take
will
over.
engage,
Yes.
like on the last
Yeah.
ones. But I also will underhand hold, because that way I have no way of trying to use my arms. Because when it's here, even if I have a little bend, it'll use. So if I, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
On
so
the
it's more
straight
lat.
one.
If you're under, it's gonna be more lat.
In a way, but
In a-
I'm more here.
But
So
Yeah.
I'm not bringing myself. I'm like, there's no weight in my hands, but it's just another way.
You're
of
just
like,
kind of like
stabilizing yourself.
It's
Yeah.
another way of stabilizing without. I think it helps me not recruit muscles if I underhand.
If you
hold
underhand,
versus
I might try it that way
overhand
then.
hold.
Okay.
If I bend my arms, like even if I'm trying to not use my upper body with
do.
the bend, I will pull myself
Yeah.
up the wrong way instead of really focusing on doing
I don't
it
even
through
know
my
why they
leg.
have the bars on the side. I think that they should just be straight across here. Like
Right,
on
the ones
front.
in front
they
of
shouldn't
you.
be here because it doesn't make sense.
Okay, then I will. Okay, I'm gonna try it that way, and then I think I need to lighten the weight again, and then yeah, but that one have not figured out yet, and that one is another one. I used
think
to
you're right
always
with
talk.
the heels back though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, that's
Yeah,
my update.
sorry.
Just focus on training. We will see. Like probably in maybe another month, decide when we need to start kind of cutting and cleaning things up, dialing back for a show.
It would be cool to see how you track your like density, like your change in like,
I mean,
do you know what I mean? I don't know if you can do that. I was just
pictures.
thinking about it, but I don't know.
Measurements,
Like a DEXA
pictures
scan.
and measurements. You could do DEXA, but DEXA, even
I don't like
DEXA is
DEXA.
like, it depends,
Yeah.
like, because if you're dehydrated or
Time
you'd have
issue.
to be so perfect,
Yeah.
like the meal before, the water that you
Yeah.
had that day, like
The
everything
constants,
has to, yeah.
The variables would be
So
good.
it's more
Measurements
just
would be
going to
good.
be pictures and measurements,
Yeah.
I would think, which I do. And
Side by side.
Yeah, side by side. Yeah.
Well, I love that, like, when we're talking about all the different things, like, all three of our updates, just listening to things, like, Steph, you're sharing more about, like, your peaking experience, learning experience. I'm sharing about, like, my mental experience on losing. You're sharing about, like, your mental experience on, like, what you can't do in the gym or what doesn't work for you. And, like, the fact is, like, thinking about all of that, like, I think it's so cool that we're all sharing things that we're learning. Because I think it's huge, 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 huge. No matter how experienced you are as like pros and as like coaches and as like, you know, we help people. Like, we're very open to learning more and what can we do to get better. And it's clearly shown that's how we've all grown and improved.
We
so
thrive off of it.
far.
That's what we want. We're like trying to get that.
Yeah. And that's how we keep we keep improving and we keep moving up in the sport, is because we are constantly looking for that. Like, how do we improve, and being open to like learning from other people, other experiences, other things. Like, even this, you guys like shooting back and forth, troubleshooting, like about like one little movement on a one little lift. it's cool, like, to just be able to like be like I don't know. I saw like a reel the other day, and it was like a girlfriend asking their boyfriend for like help in the gym, and he like gave her feedback, and she like got all mad. And I was like, that's like so not the way to live.
Yeah.
Like, we are like, anything you can do to help me get better.
Yeah,
And we're
please.
just gonna take all these little pieces and we're gonna bring it together and we're gonna be our best selves.
Yep.
And just always being like open to like suggestions, opportunities, what other ways, in seeing things from a different point of view. And I love that like mindset of like being able to like kind of like figure out new ways to do things and not being so stuck in like, nope, this is how it happens for me. Nope, this is who I am. Nope, this is how I peak. Nope, this is how I train. It's kind of like, so I used to be, or I used to do. And then we kind of figure out.
Yeah, it makes it more exciting. Like, I can't imagine doing this. I don't know.
And we're so dynamic as people. Like you said, every prep is different. Well, every year of our life is different. Our circumstances are different. Our bodies are different. We look different. We feel different. We've grown. We've evolved. And so it would only make sense that our processes also grow and evolve. And speaking of processes growing and evolving.
You always do such a good job of this.
Yeah.
Even I'm surprised. I'm like, oh, we're getting
Here
to
it goes.
I'm on the podcast, but I'm surprised.
Here's the moment.
Right?
Our topic today is going into tanning secrets. And so we wanted to kind of share
Our
how
processes for tanning.
I know, right? We wanted to share like how we've learned how to tan. Tanning for the show isn't just showing up and getting sprayed. There's a lot more nuance to it, and we've all had bad tan experiences and very good tan experiences. And I think it just comes from experience and learning and sharing.
Problem solving. Just, yeah.
So let's see, where do we want to start with that? Like, kind of, do we want to share some of like our first tan experiences?
Yeah. So what did you do your first show, the tan? They're like, okay, register for your tan. Like, what did you do?
Let's see. My first show was Battle for the Eagle in Eugene, Oregon in 2017. And yeah, I just went on the website and signed up for the schedule, and I had no clue when to do it. And I remember it was like the most surreal experience, like being sprayed. I had never been that dark, never been that color, and it felt thick. I like described it to people as like, it was like thinking about like painting a fence. You just spray
That's funny.
and it changes color. That was what it was like.
And cold.
And
Yeah, I
I
remember the
never
colds.
thought I peed on myself until my first 2 shows, and I realized I do.
Oh my
Weird
God.
drip. And I'm like, what? Never thought that was
That's
the
funny.
thing.
That's funny. I remember the colds and I don't even
So
like,
cold.
Did you
It
get
was
a
just
did you
cold.
like
I did
book a
spray.
show tan? The show tan, your first
Mhm.
show?
Yeah, so I did the spray tan. But yeah, no, I just remember it being cold. That was the biggest thing for me. I don't remember and dry. I remember feeling like a statue. Like it feels like my skin is dry.
I felt like thick and
I just felt sticky. Yeah.
I felt like it was,
I
like,
feel
sticky.
dry. I feel
thick.
like
But I also
Layer.
think that like back like at certain regional shows they use certain tanning
Yeah.
companies that it's a
Mhm.
different solution, where now when you get more into the like either pro-am shows or the national shows and then pro shows,
Mhm.
you're using like a certain, it's like Pro-Tan
Pro-Tan,
or
Liquid
Liquid
Sunrays.
Sunrays, and it's a certain solution. The solutions have evolved over the years.
Mhm.
A lot of them are faster drying.
They're
It's
way
Yes.
better now.
yeah, way
Used
better
to
now.
stand there for like 15-20 minutes.
Trying to dry.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
and it still wasn't dry. Like it was
Oh
like
my goodness.
yeah, and yeah, so same. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Registered through the website,
Yeah.
like got your tan Friday night, Saturday morning, cold. I just remember being cold and miserable and
Mhm.
hating it.
Yeah.
And sticky and just
Yeah.
so dark, but also like you thought it was cool. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm so tan,
Yeah.
look at my abs. Like
Yeah,
just
check it out. And then like posting on like Instagram, like Dorito status.
like
Oh my
just,
Wait, why is that a thing?
That's
just
funny.
things. Yeah, and then like just how different, like when you hadn't got your makeup done yet, like how
Oh,
the
the
difference
white.
in the like our
Our faces were
Yeah, I know.
so
so
bright.
white.
Little like ghost faces. Looks like a bobblehead. Like
Because they tanned you up to here, your neck. So like, yeah, you were just like super white. And
Yeah.
then,
And I remember my coach did tell me like no deodorant and not to tan my face. So I never made those 2 mistakes that I've heard people
Uh-huh.
make.
No lotions.
what did
no
you do?
lotion.
Yeah, no
No
lotions, no perfumes. What did you do for skin prep?
I had like actually when I registered, they sent you a bottle of the Jantana scrub. So from my first show, I remember it came in the mail and it was a little black bottle. It looks like a little travel bottle, and it's of Jantana, and it smelled all funny, but it was like an exfoliant scrub. And they sent it in the mail when you registered for the show and paid for your tanning.
That's cool.
Okay.
And so that
don't
was for
remember.
like my first 2 shows. I got that. And I don't
Really?
know if that was like there were Oregon shows or the promoter
My,
at the time.
My coach at the time, she was like a local coach, like gave us some recipes, some scrub to make. I remember like yeah,
You
it
made
was
at
like
home?
what?
You made it at home?
Yeah, it was like coffee beans, like
baking
ground
soda or
coffee, like lemon
Interesting.
juice, oh, coconut oil, like the scrub, like the I don't know, something like some. Yeah, I don't know.
See like a baking soda.
Well, so
like,
there was that
the
I used like
pH?
leading up to like to exfoliate, but then the peak week, like the week of, then to use like Dawn dish soap and like baking powder soda.
I did
Oh,
that.
that would just dry.
I
out
did
your
that to
skin
change
so
the
bad.
pH of your skin to
Yeah.
neutralize it.
Yeah,
Which
I remember
I
my
don't know
coach
that
said
it
use
actually-
dial.
don't do like what I've learned with, which we'll get to, but no.
I remember on my peak
it's
week
just one of those
checklist,
things.
it was dial soap, like
yes,
that plain white bar.
white dial, yeah, or something, yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
The
yes.
dial soap, the very plain
And
like
then
I just remember the
baking
baking
soda.
soda paste part.
Yes,
I
the
was like,
paste-
that was
yes.
I never did
ridiculous.
that. I heard
Yeah.
people did it, but I never did that.
Yeah, it was.
And I probably
never had
did
a
that for
reaction.
the first year I competed and the second year, because I just thought. But then as I kind of like started to piece puzzles together, like pieces together, I'm like, oh wait, this doesn't.
This is
like, and I started to like read
nothing.
more, study more, you know,
Yeah.
like watching YouTube videos and just paying attention to the industry and realizing like, oh, but yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
did skin prep. Was
That's
I think I
crazy.
did
And
the
I-
most at the beginning, and I've just like slowly done less and less. And
Yes,
less.
exactly. Yes, because now when
Honestly.
people ask me, like new competitors, like because you know I work with posing
Yeah.
new posing clients girls, Jesus,
Yeah.
will ask like, oh, what's everything I need for skin prep? And like, I have it in the guide, and it's like, you don't need much.
No.
You need like
No.
this,
And like the week
just,
of and stuff, it's not the same. Like I remember, like it was like this thing. Like I didn't put lotion on like all week.
yeah,
it was
like for a
ridiculous.
full
but
week,
you
no
need it.
deodorant,
You need
no
your
lotion.
Your skin needs to be hydrated.
Yes,
Like
it was
that's
awful.
But I literally
Yeah.
like used that like really like shitty dry out your skin soap.
yes. It's like when we first started, we were trying to dry out our skin so much. Everyone was so anti-moisturizer.
They were so worried about like the pH or
Yeah.
like that our like sweat was gonna
I was
like
just scared of turning green or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and I was freaked out about this whole like chemical like
Mhm.
reaction
Yeah.
or balance between the two because I don't know the pH of my skin.
Yeah.
and they're
your
like, you're
pH
gonna
is
turn
different.
green.
Yeah, all over.
And I was like, what? I actually did turn green once though.
Mhm.
I don't know what it was. I did my normal stuff. It was in 2019. It was actually for the Boise show,
Mhm.
the one that we did together.
Oh.
I turned very green,
Oh.
like super green. And I woke up and I was like, my tan was a different color. And I was like, no longer like that brown orange. It was like this green, dark,
Like
gross.
muddy.
What?
It's like muddy kind of.
Yeah, very muddy looking and blotchy. Because I think
Mm.
I like sweat that night.
Mm.
And so my coach was like, take a shower and go get a new tan.
And that's so stressful too,
That's-
especially
yeah.
at the very
And I
I've
was-
never had to do that.
I've never had a bad color.
I was early on and I was like kind of freaked out and I was like traveling. It was like my first like real like out of state show.
Mhm.
And I didn't know where I was staying at my sister's house. You know, I was like in East Boise and I didn't know where like the Riverside Hotel was. So I wasn't like
Mhm.
staying at a host hotel with like,
Right.
you know, like
Everything's
where
there
the
and-
tanning
yeah.
was. And it wasn't at the venue. The tanning's at a different place. And
Oh,
I was like
God, yeah.
so freaked out about like getting there in time, but then also getting to the show. I didn't have my car because I like carpooled over with a bunch of family. And I was like, can I borrow a car? Go
Oh my
tan? And
God,
everybody's like, what do you need?
So funny.
That was like the weirdest experience because I was so green and blotchy, but it worked out and I looked normal and good for my thing. They just did a fresh coat. And so I would say, like, if someone's tan is messed up in the morning, rinse and go. The show people will help you.
Yeah.
They will retan you and they will take care of you.
They will.
Because I think people stress out about it a lot.
I remember stressing out. My first coach at the time in this first year stressed so much that the outfit you wore, the tanning
Yes.
outfit, needed to be 100% cotton.
Sorry.
And so do you want to know how hard it is to find 100% cotton? It's actually hard.
Yeah.
And like
I just love that he gave that to you, Tasty, because you are like not
would be like-
99.9.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's 105, like give me the just kidding, like. And so I like
so
remember
funny.
like even Ronnie and I, like Ronnie's Googling. I like remember us trying to find like 100% black
Yeah.
long sleeve like button, like just all these specifics.
Like this magical outfit.
Yes,
that's
this
gonna, like,
magical
protect your
tanning
tan.
outfit, and no.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember? Oh my gosh, I just remembered this. I did not even think about it before the episode. When I booked tan the night before, they would give you gloves to sleep in.
Yes.
Do you remember that? You never had that? They give you
Yes,
gloves,
gloves.
and you're supposed to sleep in
Sleep
the
in.
gloves.
Yes, I remember.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I still like even one time.
And
like,
I did.
I did.
Did you do it?
I did the first time.
I did the first time. And then I was like, wait,
But I was like, what is the point? And
you
then,
don't
but the like, I think it was like my second show in like Washington or something, and I did sleep with my hand, and I got a handprint on my
Oh.
stomach, and they had to like totally like fix it, and, like
so
buff it
funny.
out in the morning, and I had like
Oh
a
my
full on
God.
handprint. And they're like, "Didn't you sleep in the gloves?" And I was like, "What?"
That's
Did you
so
sleep in
funny.
the gloves we gave you?
It's
Oh
like-
my
and they're
God.
like these like loose, like nasty, like
Yeah.
like
And you already can't
crunchy.
sleep, and now you have to like sleep in aluminum foil.
yeah. Oh my
That's
gosh.
So funny.
Oh, and also everybody would like do their tan and then go to the athletes meeting looking like checking in like incredibly homeless.
Yes, that was like the thing to like.
yes.
Be how gross can you
pajamas,
look?
And now it's how
sweats.
cute can you look?
I know, and I totally missed the switch. Okay, there was a couple shows there where I was like, nobody told me we were being pretty today. Okay, I'm confused.
Shows up in her pajamas.
Yeah,
and shit.
exactly. I'm like, what is going on?
You can still show up in your tanning clothes if you have your tan, but there's like ways like there's like cute tanning shirts and like your
Oh,
pajamas
yeah.
don't have to be totally homeless looking.
Oh yeah. Well, now I don't even tan until the day of. So I think there was one show where I showed up in white pants.
I feel like that's brave
She's
of
the
you,
one girl
Steph.
in white. Everyone's looking at her
like, how is she doing? And like, nope, I just haven't tanned yet. I took full advantage. Cute clothes.
God, I remember like check-ins, like it was like a thing to be like
yes,
super
in your
homeless
baggy,
looking.
like yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, no, that's kind of the whole first tanning experience. I think
we've
like
evolved a lot. I feel like.
Oh, or how about just like scheduling wise? Like sometimes if you got your tanning time, I feel like you get your makeup and hair last. But if you had your tanning time and then it conflicted with the makeup and
panicking?
hair, the stress.
Yeah.
But now we're like,
God.
oh no, you just show up to your tan in the morning. They know.
Yeah.
Like they're like,
Yeah.
but
and it's so
do you
fast.
remember that?
yeah, I remember stressing, like, what do I do? Like, I reaching out to my coach, like, oh my God, and like now looking back, like, because I help girls with this,
Yes.
and I sense their panic, and I'm
Yes.
like, don't worry about it,
It'll
it's
be
not a
okay.
big deal,
Yeah.
and so this is what you do,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh. And it's
They
just,
will
but
work
yes,
it
I
out.
remember being in those shoes and that stress, and you're just like,
It's
the
like
world is ending. and, like,
100%. You're like, this is my show day's over.
yes, how am I gonna make all this happen?
Yeah.
My first show ever. I had like my parents were coming and my boyfriend at the time, and I was leaving for a trip the night of. I was flying out of Portland to Mexico, like literally like 1 a.m. that night. But anyway, I like created a spreadsheet itinerary and I printed a copy for each person and I highlighted in what color they were of what parts they needed to be at. And I had like a by time like itinerary, and I remember doing the tanning and the makeup and the hair and all these things like all planned, and be like, I'm gonna be gone for this, I'm gonna be gone for this, and I kept highlighting it.
We
That's
were very
funny.
big on like making sure we were on time for everything. It's just like it was a
so-
lot.
I mean, it is good to like really look at your schedule, but now I like pull up the confirmation email like on my way, like the night before, like, oh,
Where am I
shoot,
going?
what time is it?
Let me get the address for Airbnb or for the like
For the makeup,
for the
what?
Uber.
What do you guys do, I guess, now to get ready for, since we talked about what we did
Well,
like at the beginning, what do you do now?
So what I did, probably my first year or two, I had them spray me. Okay.
Mhm.
Always had crappy tans. I have pretty dry, sensitive skin, fair skin. And so I always just thought like, oh, it's my dry, sensitive skin, like blah, blah, blah. So then I got into trying to do my own tans. I was like, okay, well then I can control it. Like it's, maybe rub on is better than being sprayed and not having to move as much, going in and out of cars and things like that. So I did a season of trying to do my own tan. Nightmare. I hate it. And so, personally for me. And so I don't like it. It's stressful and my body just still didn't like, it just didn't look good. But finally figured out it's not, I don't know if it was necessarily, maybe it was, I've tried different, I went through trying different tanning solutions. Liquid Sunrays, Pro Tan, this Norvell place, this other place, I think I've tried 4. And then finally I was like, you know what? If none of these work, it can't be the tanning solution and how it's applied. It's got to be my skin. It's got to be me. Like I got to fix something in my skin. So then my 2024 season, last year,
Mhm.
finally I was like, okay, I don't like doing it myself, so I don't want to do it myself. So I am going to have them tan me. And I went with, I forgot what made me choose Liquid Sunrays. I don't remember. I feel like that was the one spray that did look the best. Because Nikki, with Hilton House Aesthetics, who we had on the podcast, she came over and sprayed me. And so we've done some like we had done some testing and stuff, and I think Liquid was the better. Anyway, so I think that's how it turned out to be. And so, but then what I found out is that all the drying out I was doing, so all the not using the lotion, like all those previous protocols of trying to prep our skin was just, I already have sensitive dryish skin. It was drying my skin out even more, and so. Just basically peeled things back and simplified it. And and on a day to day, like every day, I have the same skin prep day to day than I do for my tan. Okay. Yeah. I use it's an all organic bar soap. It's aloe vera bar soap. And it's just this simple ingredient. It's got like 3 ingredients. Like it's very simple. And that's what I use for my skin. And I use that. It's hydrating. And then I use exfoliating mitts. I don't use any kind of weird scrub. I don't use anything with chemicals and other ingredients in it. I literally just use that soap exfoliating mitts. That's how I exfoliate. And then I put CeraVe lotion on, just the heavy cream one. CeraVe lotion on every single time I shower. 1 to 2 every single time after I shower, maybe a second time a day before I go to bed. If it depends on when I'm showering and stuff. And so just that. And
more moisture,
just more, just hydrating. And now I use a body oil mixed with my CeraVe. So there's and so I squirt that on and mix it in when I put my lotion on, and my skin has literally never been better. I also started doing red light therapy, which does help with skin stuff. I can't, Nikki can explain all that. I can't do it. But I started being kind of pretty religious about red light therapy, and I think that helped. So that combined simplifying, hydrating the skin. I exfoliate regularly. So not just for prep, I exfoliate my day-to-day probably 1 to 2 times a week. And then when I'm like about probably 2 months out, maybe I'll make sure it's 2 to 3 times a week. And then probably about that, 2 weeks out of a show, it's like every other day, gentle. I used to think exfoliating meant like harsh, like let's just oh no one explained this to me. And now I learned, it's just gentle. It's just like
just get that top layer off.
We're not trying to break our skin.
We're not trying to
so I'm just doing too much, right? Like that's what overall, that's the common denominator. It was just doing too much. And
it's probably irritating your skin too and making it harder.
Drying it out, irritating it, like damaging, like all these things. And then you're putting this tanning solution chemicals on top of it that
burn when you put it on.
Right on.
It's just like,
probably. So that's how my skin prep evolved. So
but I like that your like actual skin prep throughout the year is close to your. It's exactly the same, because mine's exactly the same too. And I don't know why I would ever think that exfoliating like 3 days before would have any sort of
special
right?
Exactly. Well, and when you exfoliate, and then if you have a regular exfoliating and moisturizing routine, your skin stays healthy all year long. That's the point. To have a healthy or pretty tan, you need healthy skin. Nikki will say that. Like that's probably something she's beaten to all of our heads on her social media. To have healthy skin, you need to take care of it. Like our bodies, we take care of our body all year long. We don't just like eat healthy and prep and eat Oreos and donuts and like don't work out
all meals.
And for all
Might
meals.
Have some snacks.
Like, and so we keep it going all year, and it's the same thing with skin. It's the exact same thing. So the better you take care of your skin all year, the better it's going to be for the tan. Absolutely. Like nothing changes. Like it's just, that's your skin. So that's what I did. And then, so now I did choose Liquid Sunrays, and I had them spray me, and my skin took it. My tan last year was just like, I didn't think I was the girl that could have a good tan. I was like, those
overcoming the self-limiting beliefs.
Yes. I was like, I'm always the one.
Yes.
I was always that one. I was like, I have bad tans. Like the tan doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? And now I'm like, no, I can have a good tan. I figured it out. We have good tans now.
And now we're sharing it with everyone.
Now we're sharing it.
This is like literally our theme of the episode, is that we're like overcoming these like limiting
beliefs. Just showing ourselves that we can do it all. So I'm going to grow a butt. I can grow a butt.
Yeah.
We'll have a good tan. We'll have a good butt. And I like to have them spray me. So I do sign up for the tan. I go through now at the national level. There's usually always Liquid Sunrays and Pro Tan there. So I choose Liquid Sunrays. I kind of am curious now that I have figured out my skin. I haven't tried Pro Tan since I have figured out the skin. So I am curious to see me. I don't know. Maybe there's I'm nervous to do that.
I was about to
make a switch.
But I would be interested.
You could try it on and off. We both do it.
What?
We both do it like DIY. You could even just
I just hate DIY. But I hate putting my own tan on. I don't know. I want to just stand there and have them spray me and tell me to turn.
It's easy. It's kind of like even like getting your hair and makeup done. It like takes away one of those stressors.
You just get to sit.
Yeah. You don't have to think about the quality of it or like if it's being done right.
Warm.
You just no.
Yeah, I like being warm.
You like being warm. She's like, I'm not doing cold anymore.
I can't stand those freaking fans. Oh my God.
Yep.
The words that like I think about those fans.
True. Anyways, that's mine.
Mine's evolved a lot over the years. Because I, originally the first tans, I always just went and sprayed because like I didn't even know you could do DIY.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because I was listening to a different podcast and like their original tans like was only DIY and shows didn't have sprays. And then it was like when I started, it was like only spray and nobody did DIY.
Yeah. Well, because people finally found out you can make a business out of it.
Yeah. And it is a good business.
That's funny.
And like, then let's see, in 2020, I joined a team and they did all their own team's tan.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was less expensive than the show tan and they preferred it. And so you'd go to the coach's room and they had like the coaches were there, like there's multiple coaches on the team and they tanned us directly.
That's
and they bought
interesting.
like the big bulk pro tan stuff and they had like a little blend they
tanning
did.
tents. And
That's cool.
No tents, they wasn't a spray, it was mitts. Like
yeah. Okay.
But it was like the DIY, but like they did it for us and they had
Mhm.
like the big
Jugs
of
tanning
it because they
solution.
like just did it for all the girls on the team. And it was kind of nice, but it's kind of funny because it's like you're with all your teammates and you're all like naked in a hotel room getting the tan done together, drying in like a rotation, and then posing for the coach. You know, it was fun. They had a big suite and it was kind of like a team bonding thing too. We're all in the same room. Some clothes, some
Being
not,
cold
you
and
know.
sticky together.
That's so funny.
No fans.
Yeah, you're like, hi, I'm Lauren.
But it was that was my first like exposure to having like the mitt instead of the spray, like rubbing it on. And so, you know, I saw like how effective it was. And so then when I switched coaches in 2023, I was like, you know, I'm going to try DIY. And so I ordered the Pro Tan, all the same solution, just like the smaller bottles, the more affordable set. And I had Anthony do it. And so he is like meticulous and he it's like we put like my like check-in lights on and like he does the whole thing. So I don't have to like try to tan my own back or anything. Like he does my tan. And so we do the DIY kit, but he does it. But we learned some things over time that I've had to change about my own skin prep. Like things you don't realize is like shaving your legs is an exfoliant that takes off a lot of skin layer. And so like when I'm shaving my legs a lot, my legs are significantly drier than my upper body. So my chest and my legs were looking so different from each other because I don't shave my chest. And I moisturize my neck and my chest a lot when I'm doing like I wash my face like at night and things. So I was using really good moisturizers on my chest. And so, but I was not being good about like moisturizing my legs, but I was shaving all the time. So like the skin was so drastically different that it was like applying very differently.
Okay.
And Anthony's like, what is wrong with you? Why are you different colors? Like in different spots.
Yeah.
And so we like compensated by doing like more layers in certain places and like paying attention to it. But that brought to like my attention that like my own skin prep is like, I have to now really be conscious about like moisturizing like my legs more so because then it kind of matches the rest of my body. We like doing the DIY because I do so many shows in a year. We save money. And I have Anthony doing it. So it's not just me on myself. I have a second eye. I have someone who I'm not stressing. I'm just like, I just stand there with my eyes closed and it gets done.
Get painted.
And we can kind of do it over like on my schedule. We don't have to like book it.
That is nice. Yes, I agree.
And so we kind of have like a system too. Like we actually learned this last season, I look better doing a base coat 2 days out.
Okay.
And then rinsing and then doing like the night before in the morning. So we do like 3 tans.
Oh, I didn't mention. Yeah. So I get sprayed the Friday before and the Saturday of the show, but and I don't want to like promote this because I do know it's bad for your skin, but I have utilized tanning bed tanning this time, like last prep and this prep to have a base color because I am fair skinned. And like even right now, like I'm way whiter than this. This is from tanning bed. And so that helped a lot, like with how my tan looked. Like it's
you're doing such a big jump.
Yes. So now it limits that big jump. And honestly, my tan at the Arnold this last was it was dark. It was really dark. And so but I did do a lot of tanning, so I think maybe I can peel back and I don't need to do
2.
I do a little bit of light sunbed tanning, but very careful not to like burn myself.
Yeah, don't burn yourself. And
I
stop tanning bed tanning like the week out. Like it's like 7 to 10 days out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I did.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
You don't want any redness or any peeling or I feel like I tan just enough that people don't even know I do. I still look really white, but it's like enough that I'm not see-through anymore.
That's funny.
So my skin gets so light you can like see my blood vessels if I'm not tanning a little bit. And so we're both very, very fair skinned. But so ours evolved over time like that, with Anthony having to like pay attention to like my upper versus my lower. And I feel like if I was doing the spray, they would just like all one coat and maybe not pay attention to that as much. So I liked having that kind of control. We also did learn that tanning products can go bad. So renew your DIY stuff.
Yeah.
We had a top coat that turned a little green and muddy on my shoulders because I grabbed an old bottle of top coat. My base coat was a brand new bottle. So lesson learned, you know, like over time.
I did not think about that. I should go home and check those because I literally have not looked.
You just use your same bottle for the past 5 years. You're just like,
okay, not 5 years.
I'm just
and
kidding.
it's been like, but yeah, I haven't replaced them in probably at least 2 show cycles.
If it's opened, it can oxidize and the color formula can change a little bit. Yeah. So if you have like an old bottle that's open from last season, as much as you want to save money, I'd recommend tossing it.
Yeah, buy a new one every prep kind of thing. Like maybe, like depends on how your preps are spaced out. But.
And I have like some like girls who are like maybe just starting out competing, asking like, "Oh, you do DIY? Where do you buy it? What do you do? How do you do that?" And like, maybe they're thinking about like, you know, prepping on a budget and like seeing that it's less expensive. I think if I were starting and I were doing 1 or 2 shows that whole year, it would be worth paying to have someone spray. Because you don't know what it's like to be that dark. You don't know the color. Yeah. You don't know how
you're
dark
you're stressing about so
much
stuff. Why would you add to it?
Exactly. Yeah. Your first season or
pay for everything.
Pay for it. Yes.
Pay for it all.
As much as you can. As much as you can. Unless you feel very comfortable. Like if it's like
but like or like you're around people, maybe you're like doing it with a team and
that
you can
knows
like
what to look for and how dark it needs to be and what muddy is and what to dry it. Like, yeah, if you're with a coach or someone who knows what they're looking for, but as a new competitor, you have no idea.
You have no idea. Like I remember how like we started out this like talking about this topic. It was shocking being that color.
Yeah.
Like it was like mind blowing. Like I'm a different human. Now I don't even, I'm like,
but even after, even after the first layer they did, I was like, oh yeah, I'm so dark. How cool. And then it's like, oh, you're going to put 2 more on? Like, I got to get darker than this? See, you don't know. Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
And so, and you kind of have to really, you know, it's like, you don't even know.
You got to learn.
It's I wouldn't do it for your first show. Even if you want to save money.
Even the first time I did
different.
DIY, I YouTubed so much. I like watched so many videos on it, and I was like 3 years in, like 5 years into competing. Like I was like, I don't know. Like it was just, so you just got to really learn. And if you're going to do it, test it out. Like for example, like if I was like, okay, I think I do want to try pro tan and I think maybe I do want to do DIY and I ask maybe you for help or something. I would test it out now and like do it maybe a couple times before my show or whatever. Yeah. So like always plan out time to like test it.
And if you maybe have done a couple shows and you know kind of what to expect and you're like, you know, I really just like, I know I'm going to do 3 shows this year and I need to budget. So you buy solution that's going to last you all 3 shows. Like, and to save money, like I get it. And like, that is a way to do savings if you're confident in that. And maybe you do do a trial run or things like that. But like, if you don't, I would recommend just go get it done. They're experts. There's like, I'm actually for the Boise show, Center Stage Tan is doing the tanning is the main stage tan. And I'm actually going to go spray people. So, it's like, I mean, I recommend people go do that. It's like,
wait, you're going to spray people?
Yeah.
You know how to do that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, interesting. I would not. I won't want that pressure.
You won't want the pressure of their tan?
Nope.
They come back.
I'm excited. Like, you know,
you have fun with that.
Not as excited that like, you know, I'm probably going to be spraying men too. And I'm not so sure about that part.
Wait, what? Oh no.
Oh no. I would never.
Oh, that's a hard pass.
No, I can handle girlies, but
that's a hard pass.
I'm like, okay.
Oh God. That's funny.
Can you tap Anthony in for that one?
Right.
Can he?
He's
the tanning expert. He tans you.
I know. He's probably tanned more than I have.
That story took so many turns.
That did. Yeah. Well, now we're going to need an update after this.
I'll fill you all in.
This is a whole different side of the tanning. You're going to be behind the gun.
Yeah, behind the gun. I will do an update after the Boise show.
She's going to have all kinds of other tips and things for us. So part 2 of tanning secrets from low.
Yeah, I'll do from the actual tanning company.
Oh man,
perspective.
The lens
on how
of
that
the
looks.
Yeah.
I kind of like forgot that.
I can't.
That's go with this topic.
I cannot follow that up.
No.
I have nothing to add.
You do.
Oh my gosh.
But
no, my story is the shortest.
No, but you have a really different perspective because Kaylee and I both have like incredibly fair skin. And so I think a lot of people kind of wonder like, Steph, what do you do?
I've been asked at work, not even by bodybuilders, by just like coworkers, like, hold on, how does
what
do
tan
you do?
work?
Do you just go on stage? Like, what do you do? When I first started, I just did what everyone else did because I didn't know any better.
So she paid for the full.
So I paid for the full thing. Yeah.
all the coats
and everything. And then I think I was too dark or I felt like I was too dark at some show or something. And then I wanted to do one coat. And then I remember not understanding why I would have to pay the same for 2 coats as 1 coat. I will never understand that. But that is actually what pushed me to do DIY because I was like, I'm paying the same anyway, and I'm getting way less than what.
I don't need that.
Why would I do that?
Why would I do that? So that's what pushed me to do DIY. So anyway, so then I started the DIY, which was, I think I started with base coat the night before, and then a top coat, and then I can't remember what show it was, but I was
Protan, right?
Yes, and I went straight to Protan. I think I don't think I ever tried.
Same. I've only done Protan on DIY.
Yeah, but I do the same skin things as you guys, just like soap, exfoliant. I probably exfoliate once a week. I use the little gloves. But I also use the scrub on top of it.
Oh, do
my
you?
skin is very resilient in terms of like, because I've been exfoliating for like years, and so I'm usually pretty good with that stuff. But I use I go between a Himalayan salt one and then like a sugar one.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, the sugar one when I'm in prep because it smells so good.
She's like, I can eat myself.
Yeah,
there are some good smelling scrubs.
Yeah.
But and body oil, that's super helpful. But I think, so then I started doing a base coat on the Friday and then a top coat Saturday morning. And then I found I was too dark. So then I switched the base coat to the 2-minute tan, which Protan has like another
A sunny day.
It's like a yellow bottle. And I think it's for like beach days.
It's
like
I think it's just like
it's just lighter
self tanner that's not stage tan.
Yeah. So it was just a little bit lighter, but I still found that I was too dark. And so now I do a top coat the day of. And I don't do anything else like leading up.
That's so nice. Your Friday is just like chilling.
Just chill.
Chilling and eating.
Going to bed.
Yes, my favorite thing is going to bed clean. And my favorite thing ever is after the show, I just go
You literally
straight
have less
to the
than
shower.
24 hours of grossness.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
I'm jealous.
Yep.
Because I hate the tan. I think is the worst part.
I hate the tan,
It's
too.
the worst part.
Yeah.
But my skin also, I think, maybe I'm dry. I think I'm dry. But because I lotion so much, the was the oil, oh my gosh. Glaze. I don't know why that word. But the glaze, it never lasts. So if I have to go, I have to get glazed first in the middle of the line of pros and then at the end.
Oh, 3 times?
Oh yeah. And I still look like the same as everyone else. Like by the time they get to me in the middle, it's like, did you glaze? Like I don't know what happens to it.
It just like sit up.
Yep.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I've almost thought about bringing my own, but
I've brought my own backstage before.
I don't want to spray because like the spray is not continuous, like because it's like a hard spray. So
Yes.
the first time it comes out hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to.
I like
do it onto a mitt.
A mitt.
And then just mitt yourself.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's how Protan does it.
Yeah.
At the Arnold, whatever they use, because it happened at last year's Arnold and this Arnold. And so they're the ones that did the glaze backstage, and they spray it or put it on a mitt, and it is just the most beautiful thing. And
I think I like that one. I hate the olive oil spray one.
Yeah, where they just like go like this,
I
because
hate
then
that.
it messes up your hair.
Yeah, it's all
They
everywhere.
did that at Junior USA. So Junior USA, they have a can, aerosol can, that they're just like spraying.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm gonna do is ask like Drew, and like because they like bring a lot of their own stuff, and they're back there like fixing girl, and it's just like, can we just glaze me? Like I don't want to use.
Way nicer.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, because I don't like when it's rice. Yeah, that's one thing we didn't touch on is glaze.
glaze. Yeah.
So, but don't glaze until you're ready to get in line because once you get glaze on, you can't sit down.
Yeah.
It will mess up your tan. So glaze is the
Shoes
very
on.
last thing. Once your shoes are on, you're ready to get in line, and it's the last thing you do. before you get on stage.
Yep.
And
they'll
besides
they'll
pumping
say
up
like,
and-
you know, bikini, start getting ready to glaze, bikini A, line up for glaze. Like they'll tell you like,
yeah. But don't worry about your glaze until then.
Yeah.
Until the expediters are pushing you and telling you to go do that.
And whether you do, okay, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but like for example, I've always used liquid sun rays and you do DIY, but usually it's like Pro Tan that's back there and they'll glaze you. They're not like, you just use the show tanning company, even though you didn't, right?
Sometimes they charge you. Sometimes they
few.
Sometimes they charge you? Okay.
A few of them will require like you have a wristband or like a mark or something. And they'll like, but
so maybe
like,
be aware of that.
I would say 95% of the shows
I've
been
never
at,
had, knock on wood, never.
They've never
I just
stopped
line
me
up
and they just
for
glaze
glaze.
everybody.
Yeah.
San
That's like a
Diego,
courtesy
I had to let them know I was a pro before they glazed me. She was going to charge me $20.
Okay.
So
Crazy.
I might be muscle contest, maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
But
so okay,
yeah,
so
I
that's
think
something
it
to be
was-
aware of. If you do your own tan or use a different tanning company,
you might have to pay.
you might have to show that prove that you can get. I've never run into it.
Yeah.
I think I've only run into it like twice.
Yeah, just get in line and see.
I bring
Have some cash or a credit card. I don't know.
Yeah.
Apple
But who
Pay.
carries
Apple
all their
Pay.
stuff backstage? You're like, I don't have my credit card
True.
backstage.
That's
Like,
true.
so maybe
Apple Pay.
maybe bring that in your go bag. Have money in your
Yeah,
go
there you go.
bag.
Cash in your go bag. There you go.
But also speaking of your go bag backstage, I always bring 2 different mitts. One will be a touch up mitt, and then one will be one that has glaze on it. So like one will have protein on it, and one that I used like in the room, so it's like got some
The stuff
leftover
on it.
tan in
Yeah.
it. And then I bring a little bottle of the top coat, like the foam, the mousse one.
Yeah.
I have like a little good to go bottle usually with me. They sell it on their website. And then I also bring a little extra of the glaze one too, because I've been in situations where like I either didn't like the spray or it was a last minute thing, or like maybe like I was at one show last year and there was like, we couldn't find a glaze person.
Oh.
It was like for finals and they were just gone.
Arnold did that.
They were
Yeah,
just
they had to
gone.
track someone down. Yeah.
And so I just am like maybe I'm gonna over prepare and stuff. Like I bring like a full sewing kit
No, I like that
backstage.
Me too.
I've never needed
I don't know how to
it.
sew.
Knock on
I don't
wood.
have
I don't know how to
glaze.
use the sewing kit,
But I have it.
Yeah.
I have it
Yeah.
for someone that does.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I've got earring backs.
Yep. Same. Me too. I have a whole. Like, I can
Yeah.
stock up the whole bikini squad. Like I have
Absolutely.
got so many
Everything.
earring bags.
Any
Yep.
problem I've ever run into, it's on the
It's
list. So
on
that
the
I
list.
never make the
It's
mistake
in
again,
there. Yep.
And
ever.
one thing I've started packing in is paper towels too,
I
because
always have Kleenex.
I've gotten glaze from like, let's say like Men's Physique goes before us and they're all doing push-ups on the floor and they got glaze all over the floor and it got on the
Oh.
bottom of my heels. And so I start
Oh.
like I wipe off the bottom of my heels and stuff so I don't slip.
Hmm.
And I've even like I don't know, like the inside of my shoes, like if you get stuff on your feet so I
Yeah.
don't slip. So I have like paper
Slippery.
towels to clean
Baby
my
wipes.
shoes.
Baby wipes.
wipes.
I'm a wipes
Yep.
person.
The
I've got
baby
wipes
wipes.
in there. Yeah.
Wipes. I just like I want something dry too because I didn't want like it
Yeah.
gets on me and like on my tan on my feet or something. So I like
Mhm.
have paper towels. I've got wipes. I've got extra tan, 2
What's your-
mitts.
Okay. What's our tanning outfits? That's like because we got skin prep now,
Tanning outfits.
and then the tanning process. Okay. So what do you guys do for your tanning outfits now?
Onesie. You knew I was coming.
Describe this onesie.
Huh?
Describe this onesie.
Tell everybody about it. We
I
know
literally
about it.
just have an Amazon onesie that I bought that I specifically looked for ones that had like it's like a foot covering, so you like put it on like the
Okay.
whole thing.
You're climbing in
You climb into it
and zip up.
and you zip up. It has a little hood and it's great and I love it.
Is it- what
And I love
like
it.
material is it? Like fleece? Like a micro?
Yeah, it's like a fleece. Yeah, yeah, it's like a fleece.
Does it get hot?
It's not 100%
no,
cotton.
no, I'm in prep. I'm like freezing. I'm in
She's
freezing.
always cold. She's got
I'm
heated
always-
socks.
Yeah, I have heated socks.
She, and she
when I'm
brings
back-
hand warmers.
When I'm backstage, I'm like, "Oh, you're cold. Here's a hand warmer." I'm like,
She's just
little fairy
handing
godmother.
out instead of rice cakes. She's just like,
Yeah.
here's hand warmers.
I'm like, "You look sad. You're cold." But no, yeah, no. I'm never hot. I think I was hot once when we were in Hawaii. I was like, holy shit, I can't wear this
What?
onesie.
Totally different climate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I also have like long pajamas, like I don't even know what they are. I think it's cotton, but it's just black.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like long sleeves. Now it doesn't really matter, but before I used to be like really like, oh, I don't want my skin to touch anything.
Mhm.
That was huge for me, but
But now you
Yeah,
don't
now you
tan
don't
at
even
night.
see
Now,
those pants. It
yeah,
doesn't
she's
even
got
matter
the
now
easy
anymore.
life.
Oh my gosh.
So jealous of you.
Peacefully sleeping.
I know. I used to like have to like try to find like these like pajamas that were like the perfect button up. I have a hard time. All button up pajamas always have a collar.
Yes.
And I'm not going to freaking sleep in a collar.
Oh, that doesn't bother
Like
me.
I can't, like I don't even
don't
get that
notice
like
it.
with regular pajamas. Like I go and I'm like, I want a cute pajama set. And if it's not a tank top, because I want sleeves to cover my shoulders, it has a collar. And I was like,
You should try this
ew.
onesie thing.
I could try that. I get warm though, like when I sleep at night. And I'm
I
just
do
like
too.
very scared of getting
Yeah.
sweaty.
I get sweat. Yeah.
And tacky.
Oh.
But I actually just have a loose pair of, they look like sweatpants, but it's just like it's like a thin material.
Mm-hmm.
And I just made sure it has like a wide waistband, so there's no like, and it's not tight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just actually sleep in a black t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's it.
Easy.
I do
It's just a t-shirt.
same, just long. Well, my outfit, I did it last year, 2024, and now this year, but Angel Competition Bikinis has like a pajama set, and so it's just black and it's just long. This year they made me one that says Performance Posing on the back, so it's all cute, and it's good. So I have that now. But it is just a black, like oversized, loose, pajama set. And then I do like having long sleeves, so it's a long sleeve one. It is a button up, and it does have a collar, but I don't notice the collar, so it's comfy. It's really lightweight, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I just do that. Nothing crazy.
I pack like multiple black things.
Yeah.
Like, so if I am cold, I do have a long sleeve, like black t-shirt. It's like a t-shirt material, but it's like long sleeve and loose.
Yeah.
That's like really soft and comfy. And then I also have like a tank top that I wear around that has like a loose neck that like after like, that I can just wear if I'm like switching and taking on and off my suit and things like that, but it's black. So that doesn't, and it's like a silky material, so nothing sticks to it. So I have like multiple black things that I just like.
I have a question.
wear.
What do you guys dry yourselves with after you wash off your tan?
Oh, I do have something specific that I bring.
Okay, because so do I. Because I can't use the hotel things because there's no way you're not getting tan on that.
I just bring a black towel.
Okay, yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been flying to so many shows, so I'm very cognizant of like how heavy my suitcases are.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just ordered on Amazon the microfiber backpacking towels, like camping towels,
That's
and
what
they
I
fold
have.
up this small,
Yep.
and they're this big, and they dry so well,
Mhm.
and they're.
I bought two.
I have a dark gray one.
Yeah, I bought two. The reason I bought two is I put one on the ground while I do my tan.
Me too.
And then I can't have that one that touched the ground touch my body.
Yeah,
true.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have one that's like it's not a full size, and I put that one on the ground and stand on it, so like my feet are on it.
I'll
and
get
stuff.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
It's smaller to pack.
Yeah, it's like
It's
literally
super
packed this
small.
big. It's a backpacking.
Well, that leads us into what do we sleep? Well, like sheets, like bedding. Like I used to just get black sheets and
But
lay
a
them.
full set of like sheets
But
for
they're
a hotel
so
is
heavy.
Yes.
heavy and
So I did
huge.
what you did, and I bought the little
sleep sack.
sleep
Yeah.
sack.
Yeah, so you can just Google on Amazon, search on Amazon. Google's a term, right? It's a
Yeah.
verb.
Yeah. Google.
Search on Amazon for a backpacking or a sleeping bag liner or a sleep sack.
It's a liner. Yeah.
So it's a sleeping bag liner. And like I just got like a black one and it's like this big and it zips and it's really lightweight and you just slide it in.
Super lightweight. It packs up in this little like.
And I
baggy thing.
do bring a separate pillowcase
Yes.
though, because there is like a little pillowcase thing on the liner thing, but then it doesn't like fully enclose
Right,
it.
yeah.
It's white. And plus I like to sleep with one arm under the pillow. So I like hook my arm under
Yeah.
it. And so yeah, I bring a pillowcase, a sleep sack, and my little microfiber towels.
Yeah.
When Anthony and I are both competing, we do bring a full king size sheet set with multiple pillowcases because then we can just sleep in the bed together. All black.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I still bring. So I bring the sleep sack. I still bring one sheet, black sheet, because
Like a
I
flat
actually
sheet?
flat sheet because I like to cover up with it because I can't have any other blanket because I'm a hot sleeper, so I will sweat. So if I've got my tanning outfit on, I'm in the little sleep sack. The sleep sack is so thin,
Yeah,
but like
super thin.
I will kind of get cold too. So like I like to have the black sheet over me so that it's like I'm not too hot, but I'm not cold. Like
Yeah.
so I do that,
So I do,
and I roll it up like I like fold it, but then roll it tight so it is. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't take up too much room.
Yeah, one little flat sheet can
Yeah,
be
fit
pretty
fine.
compact.
Yeah.
I also always just bring like a backstage blanket to like
Yes.
sit on.
Me too.
So I bring one that I sleep with it over, and then like when let's say I'm hanging out during the day, I will make sure I put that on top of the comforter so I don't sit on like the blanket. So I
Yeah,
sandwich
that's
like
good.
the hotel blankets between my sleep sack and then like the blanket I bring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I actually got a packable blanket. So it like stuffs in itself. It has like a little pocket.
Yeah.
It's like a pillow. So on the plane, it's like a little pillow.
Yeah.
And then it like just clips to my carry-on so I can take it backstage.
Oh,
and
that's
like
smart.
And it's like a little contained pillow.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
I think that's how mine is too. It's like a
travel
travel
pillow
one.
blanket.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
The
do
thing
you-
I hate about it is putting it back in the little thing. Oh God.
Go
My anxiety when everyone starts to stand up and I'm like, put the blanket away.
How do you guys? So now, like taking off the tan.
Oh, first thing I do.
It's the
thing.
best feeling.
Yeah.
Oh my
The first
God.
thing I want to do is go rinse that damn
Rinse
tan
off.
off.
I
But
remember
I'm
when
usually
Zach,
going to dinner, and so I'll do that. I'll like have my hair in like a clip and my
Oh.
face like this, and I'll like try to shower everything
Yep,
under my
you're
face.
just careful, and you're just like, get off.
Mm-mm.
And then I'll put like a little bit of
It
lotion
feels
on,
so good.
and then put my cute little outfit on and go out with like
I
my
have to
show
get
makeup.
everything off. I like take my lashes off.
Oh,
That's the only I wash everything off and then I put my lashes back on. Then I'm good.
Yeah, I don't have
oh.
time. For
I
that.
leave my makeup as is,
Yeah,
and then I just get everything.
Yeah,
I
I
just
just
sit
don't like
there
coming
and I
home
spin
late.
and I spin in the shower, just getting rinsed off. Like what I do is I
Slowly
like
rinse.
I just spin around and I
That's
just
funny.
like let it rinse off. And then when I can see that the water is starting to get less dark,
Yeah.
like it's diluting, I'm like, okay, now it's time for some soap. And so then
Oh,
I'll
I
clean
see,
with
yeah.
some soap.
Yeah.
I'll rinse again. And then I put more and then I wash with soap again. I just try to get as much of it off as I can.
I get
I
nervous
don't
when it
exfoliate.
splashes a
Oh.
little bit, and then I'm like, oh
Look
God.
like someone was murdered
Yeah.
in the freaking, yeah. Oh my God. And
Yeah, stand with your
and then
arms
I'm always
down
like, oh, is it
first.
going to come off? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, because it can depend on what Airbnb or hotel you're in or whatever.
Exactly.
I'm just like, oh,
So
hopefully that comes off.
the morning before we leave when we're packing up, because a lot of times I'll like want to rinse again.
Yeah.
I will like when we're like putting everything together and packing, I will take that microfiber towel and I will wipe down the whole shower
Oh, that's smart.
and like stuff with the microfiber towel, and then I'll roll it up with the wet side in. And
I
just put it in
definitely
the
don't
laundry
do
bag.
a double check of did I get all. I don't do that,
Mm.
but I have not been fined. So
Yeah.
I kind of get
I
it
don't
all,
double check,
handle it
yeah.
before I get out of the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to rinse the big stuff off, but I'll do like a wipe down. It's weird. Like I'm like I'm not cleaning the shower. I'm just getting the big
Yeah.
things. I don't spend a lot of time cleaning. Just the big stuff, so it doesn't look like someone died in there.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's smart.
That's it. I don't do anything special. I just
Yeah.
let it rinse, soap.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I do that's weird.
Yeah, tanning
For
wise.
tanning wise, I don't think so.
You
I think
know?
that's it. Oh, and then I guess afterwards, expect the tan to hang around for a while.
Yeah.
Like I feel like my skin is stained for like a week,
Yep.
week and a half.
It's a weekend or two. Like
Yeah.
for me, liquid sun rays typically comes off really dang even. Like it's like you just got a self tanner at a tanning salon. Like it just
yeah.
it kind
I
of
like actually that tan for like a couple days looking like we're dark.
except for the dry parts, maybe like your hands. Like it
Yeah.
does get icky.
My ankles are the
Ankles
worst.
and
My ankles
hands,
and feet
yeah.
are really bad
All
for
the
some
crevices.
reason.
Yeah.
by your ankles, all the like weird crevices by your ankles.
Yeah. And then one learning experience about that is I was trying so hard in back-to-back shows to like get the tan off because I got feedback that like I had muddy tan from having back-to-back tans.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was trying really hard and I used a like pumice stone to like get some of the last little pieces off my ankle. And I didn't realize that I had made micro abrasions and scratches. So when I put the tan on, it would have been better if it was just muddy leftover tan. It was like the scabs from like, I didn't realize there was cuts, like it had scraped and it like, you could see scrape lines on my legs. And that looked so much worse. So just be careful and gentle with your skin in that phase too. Like I think it would be better to have a little bit of patchiness than scratch yourself. So
Yeah.
be nice to your skin. It's not that important to get off. I've used the self tanner removers from Protan and other brands, and I never down that they helped or worked.
I've
at
never
all.
used them.
They never made even like a lick of a difference. Never noticed. So don't spend your money, waste of money on those. Just shower, let it come off.
I heard that like taking a bath in
Mhm.
like oatmeal or some, what was it? Some kind of oat bait bath thing.
Don't look at me.
No, I don't know.
No idea.
Oatmeal. Just bathe in oatmeal, guys.
I feel like I heard that for chicken pox.
Maybe I'm
I don't
mixing.
know.
Maybe I'm mixing
I
up.
don't know.
protocols.
For some reason, maybe it's like a.
I've never
soothing-
even had chicken pox. I
Maybe
don't
it's
know.
a soothing thing, like something for like inflammation or irritation. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I just
Well,
take
just
like
scratch
Epsom
what I just
salt
said.
baths.
I don't know.
I have heard it before though.
Okay, so it's coming from
It is
somewhere.
something, but yeah, maybe
But
both
just
of us are.
soaking in general will,
yeah,
will
Epsom
help
salt. Yeah, because
bring stuff off the skin. So let's do a nice soak and and I think that we walked through like our history.
we did a good job.
Mhm.
Props to us.
Prep.
Yeah,
Show
remembering it.
day.
We went through the whole
remembering it.
thing.
Honestly,
We didn't even write.
Hopefully that
out-
was helpful.
yeah. One of those.
Took
one of those
notes.
tips.
Yeah, and you'd think like tanning is just like one little tiny thing, but it's like a full freaking episode here. We have
And
a
it's
lot to say.
so important.
It is.
Mhm.
Too dark of a tan can
Yeah.
make you look muddy and hide out that definition that you've worked so hard for.
Too
Not
light.
enough tan, you won't see. You'll
Blotchy
stand out.
tan. Like there's
Discoloration.
discolor.
yeah.
There's like and if you look out a place up there, like it
Mhm.
just gives that like a negative.
Yeah.
You know,
never
and
want to have it.
no, we want nice, pretty, healthy, glowy skin and
Mhm.
like kind of fit in line with everyone else.
Yeah, because if your tan's bad, they can't see the physique you worked so hard for so long. So it's worth having a good tan. So prep your skin, moisturize your skin, take care of yourself. Go get it done by a professional the first time.
Mhm.
And and enjoy your show and looking all a totally different color. Any other last notes before we wrap this up, you guys?
No,
I think that's it.
No, that's all.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Bikini Besties podcast, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.